Karl Stefanovic has mocked Meghan Markle's reaction to the fire in her son's nursery, which happened during the final tour before the Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped down from royal duties in 2020. The Today Show host struggled to contain his laughter whilst hearing Meghan describe the story. "So, just to get this right, the baby's, what, not even there?" he said. "No. The nanny had taken the baby from the room before the fire ignited," co-host Alison Langdon replied. "But, so then, the baby's not there when the fire catches, right? And because the baby wasn't there, she was going to have difficulties going to a function?" "Oh, my God," Karl responded. Alison attempted to sympathize and remind her co-host that Meghan was a new mother in a foreign country, which could have been frightening. But Karl only laughed before suggesting to stop showing fake sympathy. "That is not you talking. You are a woman who says grow a set. That's what you would say normally," he said. The nursery fire occurred during Meghan and Prince Harry's trip to South Africa, with their then 4.5-month-old son. The Duchess replayed her emotional trauma with Serena Williams during the first episode of her new Spotify podcast. "The heater in the nursery caught on fire," she said. "There was no smoke detector. Someone happened to just smell smoke down the hallway, went in, fire extinguished. He was supposed to be sleeping in there. We came back," she continued. "And of course, as a mother, you go, oh, my God, what? Everyone's in tears, everyone's shaken. And what do we have to do? Go out and do another official engagement?" I said, "This doesn't make any sense. The focus ends up being on how it looks instead of how it feels." This not the first time Karl has mocked Meghan, as last year he said the Duchess was acting like the first mum ever while discussing her daughter's teething troubles. Karl was once again scolded by Alison for being insensitive. Scobie also gave his reaction to the podcast in an appearance on Good Morning America, saying, "This podcast is an opportunity to speak not just unfiltered but also in a way that we haven't heard from her before. This is Meghan not as the Duchess of Sussex, it's another step away from her life as a working royal and one that she's clearly enjoying." GMA reporter James Longman added, "Now I've listened to this first episode and the thing that really strikes you is how good Meghan's voice is for podcasting. It's so smooth and rich, it's brilliant to listen to." Scobie and Longman's positive takes contrast with the reception among many British reviewers, with UK broadsheet The Times rating the show 1 star. Journalist James Marriott wrote, "The Duchess of Sussex is almost entirely preposterous new podcast archetypes promises to rip apart the boxes women have been placed into for generations." On the evidence of the first episode, an interview with Serena Williams, "It won't really do this at all. The podcast is a tastefully soundtracked parade of banalities, absurdities and self-aggrandizing Californian platitudes." Uncensored host Piers caught wind of Meghan's comments and replied, "Is this the silenced voice that's spent the last 2 years publicly trashing her family for $? I've seen some deluded lickspittles in my time, but this guy's beyond parody." Piers had more to say about her podcast shortly after it was released on the streaming giant, adding, "It's not your ambition we dislike, Princess Pinocchio, it's the vile way you trash the royal family whilst simultaneously exploiting your royal status for millions of dollars as with this podcast." During the podcast episode, Meghan told Serena, "I don't remember ever personally feeling the negative connotation behind the word ambitious until I started dating my now husband.